And welcome back, Grillman's Garage. Yeah, today we have the Fimi X8 Mini version 2. Okay, version 2. And we have the controller, and we're gonna go and have a little flight, okay? We're gonna not debunk, but we're going to see if we have the same problems as some other people have had, which has been disconnects, premature disconnects, battery failures, sudden landings, return to home, not returning, drops out of the sky. I haven't heard that one, no. I've heard of battery issues, forced landings, fail to return to home, and disconnects, okay? Now, in my original, if you go back, and I'll show you up here, I'll show you the original video. When I did the introduction to this, the version 2, I did mention that I tested the cables. And the cables that came with the actual drone had a marking on them, okay? And when I used those, I got disconnects and I got app freeze-ups constantly. Then I used the ones I had from the version 1. I didn't have that. Okay. They look exactly the same, except for the version 2 has a little white diagram on here. Okay, but they're still proprietary. That USB-C that's in the radio controller is proprietary, so you have to use these cables or some description of them. Okay, but the version 1, for some reason, don't get the disconnects, and I don't get the app freeze-ups. So there you go. Anyway, so we're gonna look at that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna look at saturation. Well, what changes can you make on the fly while you're flying? I know you can do EV values. You can slide that up and down as you're going. But can you do anything else? Is there any other things you can change, like saturation, contrast, things like that? Don't think so, but we're going to have a look. And we're going to send it out. We're going to purposely send it out, lose connection, and see what happens when it regains. If it regains, let's see what happens, okay? So I'm going to show you the video. I'm not too interested in the cinematography end of it. You know, I'm no cinematic genius, whatever. It's just a test on flight and the battery and how it flies. And these skis I have here, I have white ones. I had white ones for the version 1. I got the orange ones, but they are solid. They are solid, just like the ones for the X8 SE, solid. And for some reason, the Hubsan mini drones, there's no real accessories for them yet. And they've been out over a year. Anyway, but these skis on here, they are solid, solid. And I have no problems with them. I just like them because it gets the camera off the ground and that. And I always do the landing with a raised pizza box, so there you go. Anyway, enough of me yapping. Let's get to this video, okay? Let's go. Good morning. Mid-morning here, the 19th of August, I believe. We've got the Fimi X8 Mini version 2. And I'm just going through the parameters here. And unlike the Hubsans, you don't have much of a choice what you want to do with the camera. For instance, in video mode, you can not change the saturation or any of that stuff, but you can change the EV value from the bottom here, okay? I guess when you go into manual mode, let's see if we go into manual mode, happens on the bottom, you get a bunch of other stuff. So we can change the ISO, we can change the shutter speed, stuff like that. But let's go back into auto mode. Okay, so we know that the saturation is a little bit high. So I'm gonna run the video and I'm gonna tweak it down halfway through. I use video editor called Power Director. I'm gonna tweak it down 10%. Which or 10 notches. So it starts out at 100. I'll bring it down to 90, and that's just a little bit. Okay, and we'll see what happens. So another thing we're going to test is the battery, the connection, fail-safe return to home, stuff like that. We'll get it up, go over to the lake, go as far as we can, see what happens, and then it'll activate the return to home and see how close we come. If it does, or if it sinks into the lake, or whatever happens. Some people have said had disastrous results. I don't know. We've got 99% in the battery. So let's get this bird up in the air and see what happens. There we go. Okay, now it goes up to about 2.5 meters, I think. Yeah, okay. A lot better than that 4-meter jump that used to do. So let's just start the video right here, where we're at. There we go. Okay, so let's come this way up a bit. Here we go. There we go. Let's get it up, and we'll do the EV when we get up and turn around, because it's a little off there. So this is a 1/2.5 camera. It's really dark there, eh? Oh, I'm getting bitten by a mosquito. Nice sun there. See what happens. Get up there. I want to get up there about 40 meters or so. 50. Yeah, we'll get up there. There we go. See how dark it is down there? Watch when I want to go about there. Okay, go forward. There we go. Okay, down. There we go. Okay, can we lock that in? You can't lock anything in. So it's it doesn't have that feature. Let's zip it around and let's go away from the sun. See that little yellow H? I like that. Yeah, it's a little contrast, a little oversaturated. There we go. Okay. There we go. We're going to head out right about there. Okay, let's head out and watch up above. Now I'm sitting inside the garage. Okay, let's just check our return to home. 47 meters. Let's go. $53 meters. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so we're at 67, so nothing should change. Let's go out there then. Okay. I'm in the garage, so I have no idea how far I'm going to get. I just flew the Hubsan Mini from this exact same spot, so we shall see where we go. Now, the X8 Mini is way faster. Than the other ones. It's way faster than. Let's come down a bit. Way faster than the Hubsan. Okay. How's that? No? There we go. Yeah, strong winds went away. Maybe I was just going too fast. See how far I go. Come up a little bit. And I want to keep it up to about 60 meters. There we go, 5 meters per second. It's a beautiful lake. It looks really good. I think that contrast is just a little off. The horizon, there's the two oranges, so it should be just about now. Pretty close. I'm keeping my stick forward a little bit to see what happens. Fail-safe return to home. There you go. So let's see what happens. There it goes. It's coming back. Okay, so yeah, and as I was pointed out that the Fimi only has one antenna in the craft, not two on each leg, just one on one leg, and the Hubsan has two, maybe that's it. But this controller, it gets me about the same distance as my Mavic Mini and as, unfortunately, the DJI RC with the Mavic, with the DJI Mini 3 standard, okay? That DJI RC gets horrible range, and for me, I have to go by the standard to which I am accustomed, which is here, which is tons and tons and tons of trees, and everything is based on where I can go. Everybody has a different distance range that they can go, okay? Mine is, if I can get 800, 700 meters, that's about the average, okay, for DJI, maybe 900, okay? The Fimi on this one isn't that great. Oh, it's coming down. Where's it coming? Well, it's coming down within reason. I'm about, let's see if it hops over a bit. It's in the middle of the driveway right now, so it should pop over. And it's coming down. It's slowing down and it's basically moving over, but we shall see. We'll get ready to hit that button. It's slowed down a bit. It doesn't see any apron. I don't have that turned on anyway, but where's it going to go? I'll stop it there. I'll bring it over. And I'll just show you where I was. Okay, I was in there, sitting on that bench. There you go. Okay, so let's get this thing on my pizza box. Let's turn that video off. Although a good feature of this is it does turn it off when you stop it. And bring it down. There we go. Pick up my pizza box. Put it underneath. And down. Boom. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. What can I say? It worked. I will play with that saturation, and unlike the Hubsan, you can't play with it or do anything with it. It is what it is. Let's turn this beast off. There we go. Turn the controller off. And there we go. Let's do a conclusion, okay? So how was that? Yeah, we went out to the lake, and I've done this a couple of times, okay? And you notice that it disconnected. And it almost disconnected when I was in the garage, but that's because it was almost right above the garage, so the signal couldn't get anywhere. But when we went out to the lake, and it did disconnect, that's about, and I wasn't standing out and I was facing the other direction. I was facing that way, the drone was that way. Okay, so if this is the house, okay, if you're looking at the garage, okay, this was the house, I'm here, okay, the drone is over by the lake. Well, I was pointing that way, okay, so it was pointing away from the drone. So it did pretty good. So reasonably well, it went out almost to that lake out there, which is about what I got with a Mavic Mini, what I got with the Anafi, and what I got with the Mini 3 standard with the DJI RC controller, because that control has horrible range, okay? So unless you're virtually line of sight and there's nothing in the way and there's no trees, if you were in a mountain valley or whatever, you might get your 3 or 4 kilometers, but other than that, not a chance. And around here, that's what I get average on the DJI stuff and some other ones, okay? But the Hubsans, they seem to do a little bit better, okay? They went out 3/4 of the way through that lake, as if you saw my last video I did on the Hubsan Mini. The one that gets the farthest is the Fimi X8 SE 2022 with the TX10 controller. That thing goes out way past that lake, you know, 1.5 kilometers, and if I go the other way, it goes 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers. It's remarkable. It really, really is, okay? And out here, there's nothing but trees and open land and space and stuff. So if I ever lost one, I'd probably be able to find it, but it would be an awful hard trek to get there. Anyway, there we go. So we tested the return to home. It worked fine. Came home. I don't have precision landing turned on, or apron, or whatever that's called. Okay, I don't care about that. As long as it comes down close to me, I see it and it starts to descend, that's all I want, because I'm going to cancel it anyway. And I'm going to bring it down faster than what return to home brings it down. And I want to land it where I want to land it. Okay, and it's way quicker. I bring it down about 2 meters off the ground, 2 meters off the ground, and I just pick up the pizza box, put it underneath, left stick down, put on a pizza box, and walk in with it. more simpler than that. I don't have to worry about, is my hand in the right spot and am I going to get zapped by a propeller, or, you know, do I have to grab it and flip it? None of that. I just put it underneath, down it goes, and I bring it inside. There we go. Anyway, that's all we got today. That was great. So it basically worked flawlessly. We will run just the video now, if you're interested in that. If not, bye, have a nice day, great, get out some fresh air. We'll run just the video and we'll tweak it. Okay, so I'll have them side by side and I'll take about a minute or two of it and I'll tweak it a little bit, just that little 10 numbers down in Power Director, and see if that makes a huge difference. Okay, if it does, then I'm fine. Okay, great, no problem. There you go. We'll see you next time. Take care.